Welcome to the next tutorial of Photoshop. In the previous tutorial, you learned the use of healing brush tool and spot healing brush tool. In today's tutorial also, we will learn some new tools. So let's begin. The first tool that today we will learn is clone stamp tool. As you can see in the image, and its name is also making it very clear, clone. Clone means duplicate. Clone stamp tool is used to create some duplicate objects. This tool is used to duplicate the parts of an image by choosing a sampling point to be cloned. That means we have to select the point from where it will start copying the object. Let's see how we can use it. Suppose I'm having this image. In this image, I want to make a clone of this girl. Now, for that purpose, I will take the clone stamp tool from the tools palette. Brush size is this. You can increase or decrease the size of brush by using the square brackets. Now, I'm increasing the size. Adjust your size according to the object that you want to copy. Suppose I'm taking a sample. I have to take the sample before starting the cloning. For taking the sample, press the Alt key. The pointer changes to this target symbol. Now target pointer is there. Now if I click here, this will be set as my sample. Okay. Now this is my sample source. I can place it here and draw again. It will continue the area to the target symbol, the area that I had selected. You can see it will continue. You can see a plus sign along with my circle brush pointer. That plus sign indicates the area that I am going to copy, and the circle indicates the area where I am copying it. See. Okay. Now let me tell you one more thing. We can increase or decrease the size of the clone. Here on the right hand side there is a clone source. You can also have this box by clicking on Windows menu clone source. In this box you will find the width and height is given. You can see here width and height is given. I am increasing, or you can decrease or increase the width. I am taking it as a 70%. Coming back to the screen. Now if I draw the girl again, you can see there is a change in the size of the clone. Let's see one more example. In this example, I want to make a clone of this girl, but in opposite direction. That means I want to flip the clone. How we can do it? I'm going to tell you. First of all, press the Alt key and take the target. I'm taking the target here. Okay. Now here it is a target. Now I want to flip it. Again, click on clone source. In this clone source, you will find this is a flip horizontal and this is a flip vertical button. Flip horizontal, flip vertical. Click on flip horizontal. Okay. Now coming back to the picture, I am placing it properly, align it. You have to be very careful about the alignment while making the clones. Align it properly and then start drawing it. If you leave the mouse pointer and press it again, it will continue copying from that area. It will not distort your picture or image. You can see the plus sign indicating the area to be copied, and we had copied it. Perfect. As you had seen, that clone stamp tool can easily make the duplicate objects in an image. But this is not the only use of the clone stamp tool. Clone stamp tool has one more very useful and interesting benefit. That use is how we can remove a few parts or objects of the image that we don't like. For example, I'm having this image. In this image is this scenery I'm having. I want to remove this boat. Now you can see that it is giving me the sample of the previous picture, showing me the sample of the previous picture. Either you close this picture. Okay, I'm closing it. Now coming back to this image. Now in this image, I want to remove this boat. I'm zooming the image. You can see that this is a boat. I want to remove this boat from this scenery. How I can do this? Very simple. Take the sample of the sample area or take a sample source by pressing the Alt. Okay, take a very closer one area. I'm taking here. Now take it over here and okay, it is removing, but it is also showing me the boat again. Why? Because when I continue on the boat, it was near to the my sample point. Now I'm taking the sample from here. You can take the sample 2-3 times or more times, as many times as you want, to cover the area that you want to remove. Okay, it should blend with the proper scenery. Now I'm zooming out. You can see that I had removed the code from this image very easily. Take the sample source from near the area and drag the brush over the object that you want to remove. Second tool that we will learn today is pattern stamp tool. This tool is used to fill some area with the pattern. Pattern stamp tool allows you to fill an area with a selected pattern. You can select a pattern from the list and fill it. Suppose I am taking the same image again because I want to fill some pattern in its sweater. Okay, how I can do it? Click on the pattern stamp tool. It is with the clone stamp tool. Select it. Now in the context menu, you will see that there is a down arrow that is giving me the list of patterns. By default, I'm getting only these patterns. I can add more patterns to it and I can create my own patterns also. How? Now click on this button, that is a settings button, in which it is showing me the small thumbnails, small list, large list. This is the type of view you will get. Suppose I'm clicking on small thumbnails, you will get these small thumbnails. I'm clicking again, I'm setting it to large thumbnails. Now I have at the bottom, you can see in this menu there is an artist surfaces, artist brushes, canvas, color paper, routable texture, grayscale paper. All these are the different patterns. These categories of different patterns. You can add all of these patterns in this list. How? Suppose I'm clicking on color paper. It will ask me replace current patterns with the patterns from the color paper. You want to replace all these patterns or you want to append it. If you click, it will replace. It will remove the already existing patterns and insert the new patterns. But if I click on append, it will add to the existing pattern. So I'm clicking on append. Now see, a new patterns have been added. You can add more patterns by clicking on this button and I can choose suppose nature patterns. Again I'm clicking on append button. Now you can see more patterns had been added. Okay, I'm taking this pattern. If I draw it on this sweater, it is starting filling it, but it will also come out from this area. It can come out from this area. If my brush goes out, it will look bad. So for doing that, what I can do? I can first of all select this sweater, this white color. How? You know that we had selected the colors or we had selected the objects by using some selection tools. When I select the object like this, I'm pressing the shift key and selecting it. Okay, I'm increasing the tolerance here. Tolerance is very less given. I'm increasing this tolerance to 25. Now press the shift key. Okay, now it's okay. Now select the sweater that you want to fill, so that when I use the pattern stamp tool or brush tool now, it will not go outside the selected area. Even my mouse pointer moves outside. Select all the area that you want to fill with the pattern. Okay, in this. Okay. Most of the sweater has been selected. Okay. Now I'm taking the pattern stamp tool. Now if I move my mouse pointer now, if it moves outside even, it will not go on the suit. Now I can move it easily over the object or the image to fill the pattern. Suppose I had filled it. I can increase the size even of my mouse pointer. I had increased the size so that it can fill quickly. Okay, Control D to deselect the area. Now see, the pattern has been filled in this sweater. Okay, now see once more. I had one more image. Suppose this is the image of an house. This is the plain wall and I want to give some texture effect to this wall. Again, I'm going to select it so that I can easily move my mouse pointer or pattern stamp tool over this image. I'm going to select the area that I want to cover. All the wall that I want to cover, I had selected. Okay. I'm covering all the wall. This is a shadow area otherwise, but I'm covering it again. Covering it too. Okay, now most of the wall has been selected. These grills also. You can zoom in or zoom out the picture. Okay, I'm taking the pattern stamp tool. Click here, choose any pattern if you like. Suppose, okay, this one. Okay, now I can increase my size of my brush to fill it quickly. I, I don't worry about whether this color will go outside from the selected area or not. Whatever the area has been selected, it will cover only that area. It will not go outside that area. Okay. Okay. Now see, in this image, I had filled this pattern. I hope you enjoyed the today's tutorial. Both the tools that you learned today are very easy to use. So do practice them at your home. Thank you.